couple different words I would use to describe perio are defeating, a cycle of, um, I mean, this is maybe a hyperbole, but a cycle of despair because you're constantly thinking like, oh, what if I lose my tooth today? Oh, what if I crack a tooth? Or just it's very limiting. For the physical symptoms, it started out with tooth sensitivity. I realized I couldn't really, eat ice cream without feeling discomfort. Just a lot of like, you know, discomfort with my mouth. My gums felt a little bit more sensitive. And then that led to, my teeth would start feeling sore. And it was always a constant battle of I'm going to brush my teeth 3 times a day now, or um, getting into like very elaborate tooth care routines because I thought, I do a lot of other elaborate skincare, hair care, what have you, and physical care. I thought, oh, maybe I can just hack it by really locking in on like a 5-step teeth cleaning routine. Didn't help, and my symptoms just got worse until I was finally diagnosed with like actual periodontal disease, and that was not fun for me. The more I worked at trying to cure myself, the more annoyed at myself I got, the more defeated I felt. I stopped I stopped eating a lot of foods I thought were fun just because I was like, oh, I can't have too much sugar. I'm going to make things worse. I'm going to cut back on coffee because that'll make things worse. I didn't have soda for like 2 years, thinking that I could. Oh, well, I mean, a lot of my world began to center just on my teeth, and that obviously cuts out a lot of like enjoyment in your life if you're constantly focused on your teeth. My experience with halitosis was a very negative one. That led to me creating like a physical barrier between myself and other people, like don't get too close. I would definitely keep myself at a distance from other people. Also, just out of consideration for them, like no one likes to smell bad breath, so I'm not going to subject my friends and loved ones to that. In my mad quest to kind of like hack my teeth care routine, I was on like every subreddit imaginable. I saw a post on Reddit about your clinical trial. And I was like, you know what? I'm down for anything at this point. Let me email these people and see like if I can take part in this. It has been a little bit life-changing for me to participate in this. So, yeah, I'm really grateful that I was able to find ProEncia. I would say ProEncia is the one thing that's worked for me in this whole journey. The changes I noticed immediately were, one, I had 30 minutes back in my day, which is always a plus, especially if you're trying to get out of the house quickly. I noticed that I immediately began to feel a difference in my gums, which is mind-blowing to me. I felt like I had a bit more control in my life again. Going to all the regular checkups with Dr. Hoover, I was able to see like, oh, this is actually working in a real way. Like my pockets went down, my gum sensitivity went way down, my teeth felt stronger, which was also like a beautiful thing for me. All in all, every change was a good change. I don't know if this is TMI, but I experience like flare-ups during my menstrual cycle, and they're a lot less painful. I used to feel like all my teeth were going to fall out of my mouth during my period because that's just, that happens. I don't feel that anymore. I mean, I still feel like a little bit like wobbly. It's more of like a mental thing, but it's not nearly as horrible as it was before using ProEncia. that was a wonderful thing. I can enjoy ice cream again. With regard to tooth strength, uh, one of the things I've talked about is I really like burgers. Love a good burger. Couldn't really eat the burger because I was always worried about like my tooth, like again, like just stupid stuff like, oh, I can't even have a burger without worrying about my teeth falling out. I can enjoy burgers again. I love a good crunchy carrot with hummus. I can eat those again. I used to not be able to eat chips as much just because, your whole mouth is essentially a gum, the roof of your mouth, all of that. And like the physical pain of like it's scraping against my mouth, my tongue, my gums, all of that really limited my enjoyment of that snack. But now I just, maybe I've had a few too many chips in in the last couple of months. But yeah, it's been really great for me, just personally. Today, compared to before, one, I have a lot more time back in my day. Two, at work, I don't have to stress about brushing my teeth because I know that, my twice daily with ProEncia has me covered. Three, I'm not as self-conscious about my breath anymore. I'm not as afraid to like go get lunch with coworkers now because I, again, don't have to worry about taking 10 minutes to brush my teeth afterwards or whatever. I enjoy talking to my coworkers a lot more. I don't feel nearly as self-conscious getting into like little, 2-3 person huddles, or, gossiping a little bit at work, whispering next to someone. Couldn't be me. Yeah, so all of those changes have been really great for me. Finding ProEncia was life-changing for me because not only did it tackle the problem, but it has abated the progression of my periodontal disease, which has given me a lot of hope for my future prognosis. I have a lot more time back in my day. I feel way more confident with my mouth. I used to never smile with my teeth, but now I do that quite a bit more. I feel like I can be way more expressive. It's been quite a wonderful journey I've been grateful for.